Grand Rising, kings and queens. Call you guys kings and queens because if you're on this channel, we put the class in class-based shooter. Me, I consider myself the king, your boy Android Sensor 5, and we're back with another video for this great game called Payday 3. And today we are looking at the new DPS shotgun build called the Porch Monkey. Yes, this is called the Porch Monkey. It's a great DPS build, and once you guys see everything that goes into this build, I'm sure you'd agree and put it into your top 7. Again, I should make a playlist just called the top 7 of all the best builds that you should definitely have in your preset loadouts. I do know that there was a blog that was put out for an upcoming event called Mass Mania, but I'm not going to be discussing it in this video. I'm going to give it its own separate video because I actually am really interested in that particular event. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the Porch Monkey. Let's go. Point if you're watching this video, you've at least seen 1 or 2 of my videos, so this next couple minutes is directly for the first timers here. Hi, I go by Android Sensor. I make great builds. Here's one of them, the latest shotgun build that I have for you guys. If you are new here, we normally start with the loadout, then we go into skills, and then we go into a bit of gameplay. My birthday just passed, so I did not put out a video in like the last 2 days. I apologize for that. I was kind of celebrating. Definitely was a special one for me today. I mean, well, this birthday, not like any of the other ones are, but this one was very special because I got to see my grandmother, and I didn't see her in a very long time. But we're gonna skip all of that and go straight into the loadout. This particular build, like you guys already know, is just a name. Please don't get offended by it, even though I don't know how you could. It's very explainable. For example, this mask they recently put into the game, it's called Monkey Business. There's a shotgun variant in the game where it's literally called the Porch King. I just put the 2 names together, the Porch Monkey. I know how that sounds. That was used as a different type of meaning later in the day, but today is just all for fun. It literally goes together, plus I put a banana in his hand, and it's just super fun. Chains is actually my favorite character. I'm using Chains, I don't care. So long story short, let's jump straight into the loadout. And that gun that they use is actually, what is that, the Remington 880. But I mean, the Mascani is just a way better shotgun, so we're using the Mascani for this particular build. But you can use whatever shotgun you want. The build doesn't change. I'm just telling you. Actually, if you did use the 880, you'd be able to put a silencer on it. You can't put a silencer on this Mascani, so you need a silencer in this build. So I put the silencer on the Model 11. If I was using the 880, I'd be using the kick butt as my secondary. Either way, one's big burst, the other one's hold you over. Big burst, hold you over. Big burst, hold you over. Not a big deal. With this build, you do want your ammo as low as you can possibly get it, and honestly, out of the 2 options that we had, this is the lowest out of the shotguns. You only get 2 rounds with the Mascani, and if you put on the quick pull mag, you get 7 rounds out of this one. You want to be on your last round in the magazine at all times. Once you see the skills, it'll make perfect sense to you. To make this build work, you have to put these particular mods on both of your guns, or you're not going to get the same result as I do, which is amazing when you're seeing the gameplay. So let's go ahead and look at these. You need the CQC barrel, specifically because you want to be a speedy boy. This is all about speed and recoil recovery. So with that being said, the CQC barrel does that the best. You don't want to put anything on your sights because you're not going to be aiming down sights at all in this build anyway, and all of the sights that you can put on this gun have negative counterparts, which we don't want any parts of. We're also going with the CQC stock because, like I said, we want speed. Everything CQC means pretty much undercover and super fast, or stealth and fast, concealed and fast. Concealed carry is what you're going for with this banana shotgun. And then we're doing the stubby because out of the two perks that or mods that they give you for hip fire, this one does the least amount of damage to your recoil and spread. So we went with the stubby. I also put on the natural selection sticker on it just because, you know, I'm a monkey. Like, clearly evolution. It's funny. After that, we go over to the Model 11. Model 11, like I said, you need that quick pull so you can drop your ammo count down to 7. You need a silencer, so this is just the one that did the least amount of harm. It does drop your damage a little bit, but it's not a big deal because this, other than the bull kick, this is the second highest damaging secondary that you can use. I would say this is the second best. As far as the scope, you don't really need a scope. I just kind of put one on. This one gives you a bunch of benefits. So, I mean, out of all the benefits that you do, you don't want to slow down your swap speed or your sprint to fire speed. You need to be fast. So the only thing that this has bad is the targeting speed, but you have such good accuracy on this gun anyway, it doesn't really even matter that much. So I just put it on because of all the other things that it gives you, the overall kick and the vertical recoil. And as far as the tack, you can go with either one of these. They're both a good option. This one gives you the targeting, which would have put it back that the scope is taking off. And this one lowers your hip fire. You're supposed to be hip firing, but on your secondary, I mean, you can get edge back so fast. That's the reason that you don't want to aim down sights, because it takes away your edge. But you can get edge back so fast on this one that it's not really a big deal when it's coming from your secondary. That one does look way cooler, in my opinion, but the extra swap speed is what we were going for. Alright, but yeah. Alright. As far as the armor, like I said, all of this will make sense when we start going over the skills. We're using the standard skill because even though that gives you one plate, it definitely is going to benefit you once you see what the skills look like. We're not really trying to aim down sights that much, so we're not going to be using the sniper. We're going to use the grenade launcher, smokes, because we want to be able to mark everything with this build. And the best marking tool that you have as a throwable in this game right now is the smoke, because the smoke goes through walls and highlights everything in the area. Also the motion sensors just to do extra highlighting, but you absolutely could go with the infrasonic mines. These two you need extra perks for, so they're not in the build, so absolutely you wouldn't use either one of those, but these two don't need that much, so you can definitely use them. And then because this is a DPS build, and I already told you guys in my other builds that if you're doing DPS, it's an absolute catastrophe if you do not use ammo bag. Ammo bag is the only deployable that gets you extra damage. Use it. Please don't be awkward and go on a whole tyrant of how you think the mid bag is the only throwable that you should use. These builds are to get you guys to use everything in the game and stop talking about this mythical thing called a meta. There's no such thing in this game. This is proof. Without further delay, let's go ahead and jump straight into those skills. Let's go. Okay, and we're back with the skills. We're going to try to get through this as quickly as possible so you guys can see the gameplay and not only watch this video but use it for yourself. That's the end goal, to get everyone to try to use better builds. So when I'm doing those matchmaking matches where I'm getting random teammates, everyone is just an excellent player, as good as they were playing Payday 2. So without further delay, let's go straight and jump into this build. Again, this is the Porch Monkey. We're skipping everything in medic. We're not a healer. We don't care about picking up teammates. We're putting 1 point in ammo specialist, 1 point into scrounger. These two right here seem like an almost no-brainer with almost all of the builds now. It makes no sense for you to ever run out of the throwables when these two perks are in the game. If you don't know, all you gotta do is get edge and run over some ammo and you restock all of your throwables without adding another point. Yes, you can put on top up and do that, but eventually top up runs out because you only have so many charges in your ammo bag. This makes it so you don't need any charges, you need nothing but ammo. And since ammo is infinite in this game, especially when you're doing cook off, it just seems like a no-brainer. Just do it, please. We're also going with fully loaded because, like I said, we want some extra charges when we're using that ammo bag. Not specifically for the throwables, but because of this perk right here, high grain. This gives everyone extra penetration on the team for 30 seconds. The more charges that you have, the longer you can make that 30 seconds. It's a no-brainer. This is the only way to get extra damage using the ammo bag. Please use it. We're skipping everything in mower except for sprint loaded. That's because this build is pretty much like a give and go, a run and gun, splash and dash. I don't know, whatever term you might want to use, but you're constantly on the move and you don't want to have to stop or slow down just to reload your weapon. And with this gun, you're going to reload a lot, so you might as well just use it. We're skipping everything in infiltrator. We're not doing any sneaking around. I know a lot. This build is not for the casual players. These are for those hardcore players who want a challenge when running through the same missions over and over again. They want to feel like they're going to lose, so they have to try harder to make it through with all bags completed. So therefore, we're not using tank and we're not using last man standing, but we are using clean slate because we definitely, if we do run out of armor, we definitely want to at least be able to, the option to put it back. We don't want to just be, you know, up the creek without a paddle with no armor. We definitely want to at least put it back. But when you get down further into the build, you'll see that even when you lose your armor, it's not that bad. So we're skipping everything in sharpshooter. We're skipping everything in escapist. We're skipping everything in demolitionist. In enforcer, we're putting 1 point in enforcer, 1 point in quick reload, and 1 point in face to face. And this one is probably the most important out of this whole skill line. But shock and awe. Whenever you shoot someone within 5 meters of you, everyone else that's not a special just stumbles over. This greatly improves your survivability and the crowd control for your team. So not only are you dealing a crap ton of damage and pretty much knocking everything out with either 1 or 2 shots with just your regular primary, but you're also making sure everyone's not shooting back at you or shooting back at your teammates. Everyone's gonna love you for it. Please put it on. It will keep you alive, especially since you're not using anything from tank. Manipulator, like I said, every one of our builds, you are supposed to be able to make a hostage surrender. There should be 4 people surrendering and being traded between each wave. If you are one of those people who are still killing hostages at this point, you know, this game's been out for a little while now. If you still don't understand that hostages are super important and you should not be killing them, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, hostages are key to surviving flawlessly through all of your overkill playthroughs. I mean, you need hostages. They give you extra time. They give you resources so you don't have to keep blowing through your deployables until the final charge happens when you don't get to trade them anymore. Plus, they keep you alive from the grenaders throwing in lethal grenades, like gas grenades that will wipe your team out in seconds, especially when you're doing that whole camp inside of a room with only one entrance strat that a lot of people seem to revolt back to because they don't have these builds. Like, this makes it so you are not only staying alive, you're adding to crowd control, and you're also getting extra resources every break. Please put it on. Manipulator and menacing. Every one of your builds, manipulator, menacing. Now, if you are the guy that's specifically designed to get all of those extra resources, you should have on all of this. This whole row, you should have this on. But for this, all you're doing is getting them to lay down and tying them up so your trader can come in behind you. We're skipping everything in engineer. This is the heart of this build right here, gunslinger. 1 point to gunslinger. Every time we switch weapons, we trigger edge. You get edge instantly. You don't have to think about it. Just immediately. Swap your weapon, you got edge. And because you have that edge, you also add even more onto that, stumbling everyone and knocking them over and making sure they cannot survive or stay on their feet. So they're not shooting at you, you're shooting at them, and you get a breath to be able to reload your gun in the middle of those gunfights. Absolutely, you have edge instantly anyway. You might as well. This is by far the most important skill that's in this build. Finisher, the last bullet in your magazine when you have edge does 200% more damage. That is literally the difference between one-shotting the bulldozer's faceplate and then one-shotting his head to kill him, or dumping your whole magazine in him and he's still standing there walking straight up to your teammate about to kick you in the face and wipe out your whole team with one kick. This is the strongest perk in the game if you know how to trigger it and utilize it to its best abilities. It does take some micromanaging because you always have to make sure that you are on your last bullet and that you save your last bullet for something important, one of those high value targets like the dozer or the shield or the techie or anything of that nature. But it is very well worth it. High risk, high reward. Please put it in your build if you're using a shotgun. We're skipping everything in Grifter. We're skipping everything in Hacker. We're taking 1 point Tactician just so we can get Coup de Grace. We're stumbling everything already. We have 2 perks that are stumbling everything, making sure most things are knocked over at all times. Whenever we knock them over, we trigger and we have edge, we do 10% damage to everything that's just got knocked over or stunned by us. It's a no-brainer. You just pushing up your damage even more to the point where you're just, those 2 bullets that are in your chamber are all you need to walk through the entire game. I guarantee it. We're going 1 point to strategist, 1 point to combat marking, and 1 point to misdirection. This makes it so you're safe. This brings in all of the marking whenever they're marked and you have rush, which you will have rush because of something further down in the build. They have a 20% chance to miss everything they're shooting at you. Their accuracy is just dog water. And if you're following my channel and you have someone on your team that's doing all of the debuffing, that 20% plus the 40% that they cause all of the enemies to have, nothing is hitting your whole team. All of this stuff goes together. Nothing's hitting your whole team. Please do your team a favor and use these perks. Don't be the guy who wants to be the star and he puts on a bunch of everything instead of just focusing on one thing in his build and not really being very beneficial to anyone, not even himself. This makes it so your whole team is pretty much playing on hard difficulty or below, even if it's overkill. I guarantee it. Please use it. Combat marking, whatever you mark gets that extra 20% damage. You are just spiking your damage all over the place, and you really don't even have to do much but shoot. You shoot, everything gets stumbled over, and then all of these other things get triggered on top of it. You just mark the specials when they come and you knock them down too. We're skipping everything in QCQ Specialist, which is kind of funny because we got all of the mods for our guns at QCQ, but we're not using anything in this skill line. It's ironic, I guess. We're going into Transporter, 1 point Transporter, 1 point in Deep Pockets, just because we want those extra charges for our ammo bag. So we'll have more chances to trigger that high grain, which gives us extra damage, all of our whole team, as well as restoring our throwables. And since we don't have on extra ammunitions, every time we pick up out of the bag, you get 2 extra throwables. So please make sure when you're taking out of your ammo bag, 1, you let everyone on your team know, please don't take all the ammo. I'm using them for a specific reason, and it's helping out the entire team. But also, don't pick up any ammo out of your bag until you run out of all your throwables. Doesn't mean just throw them all willy-nilly, because you will run out of the bag anyway. But at least, micromanage, make sure you're picking them up for a valuable reason, not just because you shot 3 bullets and you just picked up some ammo out of your bag to top you off. Don't do that. We're skipping everything from Scrambler. We're putting 1 point in Fortitude. And we're doing 1 point into pain, just because if we do manage to get adrenaline, which everyone loves doing the health build, so I'm sure you'll have a bunch of med packs available to you. If you get adrenaline, then your edge and your grit and your rush, which you also have all access to through this build, you have access to all three of those. It doubles. Extra damage, extra survivability, extra speed. Why would you not do it? It's a no-brainer. And then last but not least, we're in the assassin skill line, which is the newest skill line they added in. We're doing 1 point into the assassin skill, and that's just because we have that silencer that's on our M11. If we kill someone with that silencer, we automatically gain rush. That just pulls everything together. And not only that, this build, like I said, you wanted that sprint loaded because you want to be always throwing smoke, sliding into the crowd, trying to get behind them and shoot everyone in the back. This particular perk is the reason that you only have standard armor. It's because you do 25% extra damage to shooting people in the back when you have rush, but it's reduced by 5% for every chunk of armor that you have. If you only have one chunk of armor, you're still getting the 25 extra damage, bro. Don't mess yourself over and not use the single plate. Just get used to playing with the single plate. It's really not that bad once you know that, hey, I'm not just running out absorbing a bunch of damage. I'm literally doing duck and cover. It's like playing Gears of War inside of a Payday 3 game. It's pretty fun once you get the hang of it. And then, of course, if you do manage to lose your shield, we want Assassin's Medley, because this gives us health back whenever they're standing inside of our smoke and they're marked. Absolutely, it's like you turn yourself into a vampire. And then, of course, you're using Death Kneel, because when you throw that smoke, everything inside of the smoke that becomes marked. It's just a greater chance for you to get your health back and avoid damage. There you go. There it is, the Porch Monkey. Let's go ahead and jump into some gameplay and show you guys how this thing works. Matter of fact, I'll even make it so everyone's voice can be in it if you want. There you go. Alright, as always, I'm gonna do the inspect of this beautiful looking weapon, I guess. Actually, it looks pretty basic. Alright, anyway. Let's get to it. Oh, well, you gotta sign a contract. Like, it's still a board down here in the basement.
Let's take a walk.
Did anyone find the lights?
I found one.
Fuck.
I like all the floors now. Like I really like all the floors. I'm not gonna lie.
Again.
What the fuck is gun?
Oh, this dude's shooting me. I thought you guys had this together.
On the CrimeNet archive. Looks like we need muriatic acid, caustic soda, and hydrogen chloride. 30 seconds until they hit you. Focus, people.
Put a board up. I'm gonna go get this last board.
Luff wants at least 3 bags of meth. I think we can handle that.
Hey.
As long as Bane's recipe is reliable.
Yeah, I got motion sensors too on this one. Did anyone know where the lights are?
Here they come. We got vans and choppers all over the place. We'll tackle this cook one ingredient at a time. Remember, these are volatile chemicals. You screw anything up,
Someone's
the
holding the
lab
board. Mike is
blows.
holding the board. Mike, put it right here.
Throw in a bit of muriatic
I
acid.
jump out of that window to get to the basement, but alright.
Infiltrated the house. Cops incoming. Watch the field.
Cops incoming.
They deployed the hostage. This is a delicate process. Add the chemicals one at a time, and don't mix anything up, or the lab's toast.
Yeah, I can
Pour in
cut.
some of that muriatic acid.
Muriatic.
Shh, that sound. Is that?
Drop the fucking gun.
No, I think it's okay.
I gotta. Wow, he walked up here by himself. He brave.
Keep it chill, motherfucker.
And then, of course, like, how did I know?
Don't tip my
Stay
patience now.
sharp. The cop sabotage squad rolling in.
Anyway, got my hostage already. And I'm back to playing. Alright, so swapping weapons give you the edge.
If Bane's notes are accurate,
Snap her down.
Shield's dead.
the
I don't
cops
have any
killed the
bombs.
lights. You can't use the lab while the
Fucking ammo
power's
back
down.
I didn't even locate the lights. We should have done that though. I can go down there with you though.
Do exactly as I
Oh, they're on the. Yeah, okay.
Cross-referencing the notes.
And this
Got
thing
any
is
hydrogen
amazing.
chloride handy? That's what we need.
Hydrogen chloride.
Well, nothing blew up. That's a good sign.
Flash.
Checking the
Oh, you
notes.
bastard.
The notes say we need lye to get the temperature up. But where?
That's annoying.
Caustic soda.
Yeah, I can't deal with
Nice
shields.
going. You can cook that batch a little longer to increase the purity, but keep an eye on it.
I can do everything else. Alright, beautiful thing about this.
Shield's dead.
Now March, you get your health back. Alright. Yep.
I can tell this isn't your first cook. If Bane's notes are accurate, throw in the caustic soda.
Zapper's dead.
I'm 86% sure.
Beautiful health back. Yes, getting that health back. I love
They're
it.
deploying additional snipers. You fought them back.
Only when you got
For
rushed
now.
though. I don't. Anyone got
Shit,
trader perks?
It's like Night of the Living Cops out here. Tie down
Alright,
some
well, I'm
civilians.
getting rid of
We can
all
use
but
them to
one.
negotiate with the police.
Sniper.
Muriatic acid. Hang on. You didn't
Yeah, I
put
got
that
any
in
cups.
yet, right? You can add the caustic soda now.
Fucked up the cloaker.
Alright, caustic soda going in.
Keep an eye
You
on
got a
it,
cop?
but I
Where you have a
think
cop?
we're safe to keep cooking.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Alright. Hey, I got him. I'm grabbing something now.
I found one.
There's a bunch of stuff in the bathroom. Yeah.
More cops on the way. They're in 30
I got
seconds.
everything.
Here it is.
1 second. You should hook up a tank of hydrogen chloride.
Hydrogen chloride going in.
That sound. Is that?
Going to go get another one from
No,
the
I think it's
bathroom.
okay.
FBI.
It's
Got an
here.
armor bag here.
Sounds like it's in the backyard.
Need armor? Got a
Through
bag
this
here.
window. But you could go through this door over here. Yeah, it's right here.
Get ready.
If someone can
Here
shoot
they come.
that, I don't have long range. Yeah. Oh, my part. I'm pink. But
Cross-referencing the notes. Add some muriatic
think we got her.
acid.
oh no, you're talking about the techie. Yeah. All right. So she is
Okay. we
probably
got a
not
batch.
right there.
The purity will increase.
I
if
don't
you
know
let
if
it
she's
cook,
right there.
but
It's either
don't
there,
let it
there,
sit
or
for
the
too
basement.
long.
She's not there. So she's in the basement. She's in the garage.
Watch the drone. Check in. Shield.
on the table.
Cops are sending in the sabotage squad.
Alright, ready?
You're a natural. Ready for another We need... Keep it up. Throw in a bit of muriatic
If you can
acid.
make it down there.
Okay. Good. Good.
Somebody needs to fucking fix it.
The cops cut the power. Get it back on, or the lab's useless.
Power is off. It's out front again. I highlighted all of those people. He's gonna kick me. I was swapping weapons. I was swapping weapons. No, it's out front. It's on the out front on the side of the house. On the house that we're in.
Come on, focus up.
I will say, I like that this thing heals you.
Checking the notes. Got any hydrogen chloride handy? That's what we
Got
need.
it.
It's deployed shield.
The cops are bringing in the big guns. Dozer's coming.
Kill the zapper. Now one.
I'm checking the recipe.
That's not fair, bro.
Caustic
I was in
soda.
the basement. Someone's picking me up. Yeah. But gosh, I did that, man. I shot him. I don't know how it
Found it.
didn't register. Alright, I picked up some. It's one last thing in the basement. There's two things in the basement. Muriatic and caustic soda. Bulldozer coming up the front. He's coming up the back.
Acid.
He's coming in the back.
Muriat. Hang on a second.
Back door at the top over there.
The recipe needs caustic soda.
Caustic soda's going in.
Bulldozer.
Yeah.
Nice going. You can cook that batch a little longer to increase the purity, but keep an eye on it. I see cops coming out of the forest. Watch the front of the house.
Cloaker
Crazy.
is fucking done.
Oh, got that cloaker.
Shield's gone.
Yeah. Alright,
Finish.
that's three.
We got enough yet?
I called in the van for pickup. Get ready to toss in the mess.
Get it all.
There's still time
Alright.
to use up the rest of the ingredients. All right, gang.
We technically almost, I mean, it's only two things in the basement, and then we can call
Muriatic acid. That's next.
Marriott.
No explosions yet. Guess we're good.
Kill that cloaker.
Kill that cloaker.
Let's see
Why won't it-
here. It
That's
just
crazy.
says gas it up. Jesus, Bane. All right, add the hydrogen chloride.
Oh, wow. Awesome. You saying that's what's in the basement? That's the ingredient that's in the basement, caustic soda, or that's what's going in the cook? Oh, okay.
1 second.
Kill the bloody cloaker.
The notes say we need lye to get the temperature up, but where? Caustic
I
soda.
don't have caustic.
Overkill weapon prepped and ready. You did it. The batch's purity will increase if you cook it a bit longer. Just don't let it burn.
Drop it or you're dead. Do exactly
Oh, I
as
completely
said.
forgot
Get
that.
down or die.
Drop it.
Okay, you got a breather.
I got my
Jesus.
Get down.
Nice work.
surrendering. Alright. It's a trade. That's a trade. We technically can leave now.
It's finished.
That's
It's a
one
whole
match
nother
done.
bet.
Let's cook another. Muriatic acid.
Getaway's over there.
Shit. Wait a sec. The notes are off. We need caustic soda. Add it to the mix.
Yeah, we are.
I'm sending in the big gun for pickup.
We are.
That's 2
We are.
bags.
Yeah. That's everything.
30 seconds until they hit you. Focus, people. That's 3.
Deploying ammo bag over here.
Well, I gotta get rid of these.
Yee-hee! We
Go
made it.
with hydrogen fluoride.
Hey. There need to be celebration emotes. Anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe.
Maybe we can jack
The
up the
Porch Monkey.
price.
Take care of it.